Hey guys, John and Janice Musselman with Musselman Home Inspection and Just Maintenance. This has been really a labor of love for us for several months here, and we're really excited about the result of this home. This home was purchased on auction.com back in May, and we officially closed on the house in October. Construction started probably around November 1st, and now it's May. We're wrapped up, and we have a new tenant moving in this coming week.
A lot's happened since November to today. When we first got here, we didn't have keys for the house, so we had to actually climb through the window. So let's go inside and check out what we've done.
So a couple things here, and Josh, you may remember this, but this was a really dark entrance. So when you walked in previously, you would come in this hallway, and immediately where John was standing was a wall. And to the left was where their laundry area was.
Yeah, you're actually standing on top of the washer and dryer right now.
Right.
The door was actually over there.
Yeah.
So
if you can picture this, the exterior door was here, and the laundry area was over to the left. And what John and I were envisioning is really having a more welcoming entrance. One of the things is this is a really small home. This is 850 square feet. And so we're always thinking about best use of space. And so we wanted our next family who were in this home to be able to have a great space to hang up their jackets, to have cubby holes for shoes, things to put away. And we also wanted to utilize the laundry space to make it a bit more manageable. So in the prior footprint, the laundry area was right here to the left, and it was a side-by-side washer and dryer. Being in a small space, we wanted to make sure we maximized usage of that space, and so we ended up doing a closet here with a really nice stackable washer and dryer. Especially for rental, most do want a washer and dryer inside the home, so we wanted to ensure we had it, just wanted to make better use of the space.
yeah, and it also gave us the ability to actually have a closet in the front room, which we didn't have before. So the back side of this cubby is actually the closet for that room, which gave us a little more space in that area, which space is at a premium in this particular location. So that turned out really nice.
Why don't you talk about the seat?
Oh, the bench here, this was actually some wood that we milled from our house that we're currently at. We had to have some ash trees taken down, so we used some live edge ash as a part of our seat. So, but yeah, this turns out pretty nice. Has nice access for everything to store for everybody, which is great. So when we did this project too, we found out that the property was actually an old army barracks that was brought in on a trailer. And this was actually, the front section of it was an actual porch that had pitch. So the front and back of this property had two porches on it. And we found out that it basically was from probably World War II is when they were built. But anyway, it created a bunch of construction challenges because the floors were pitched and this whole section of the house here was all rotted out. So we had to basically, from here all the way around the other side, we had to completely rebuild because all the floor joists were rotted out, the walls were rotted out, so it turned into a pretty big ordeal. So why don't we go into the first bedroom here and kind of talk about where we actually climbed in the window the first go around.
So originally this house, when you walked in, we went through the entrance, but this room that we're walking into was their living area. And so what John and I were thinking about is how do we, again, capture the space? What's really lovely about this home is the view. And we'll show you the view later, but we wanted the view to be in the living area. So we ended up transitioning the floor plan to have the bedrooms up front and the living room in the back. So this is the first bedroom. It is a smaller bedroom, but we were able to put that closet in, like John had mentioned, which is really nice. Originally, we didn't have big closets. So we've got the closet in here, really nice lighting. We have 3 big windows in here, all new windows.
Oh yeah. Should have opened these things up so you can see everything. Come on now.
As you can see, we also did some grading in the yard. So we just got the grass in.
There used to be a big concrete pad up front there that was pitched towards the house, which also led to the
rod underneath the
floor here. So that was pretty interesting for us. So the house up front here, this room basically reframed everything in here, redid the floor, put a new beam across the front here to re-support the front of it, leveled out the floor, and then installed this luxury vinyl plank, which was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Brought everything up to modern standards with electricity. House also used to have knob and tube in it, which it no longer has. All the wiring was replaced. We put smoke detectors everywhere, so everything's safe and healthy, as if we would, or the way we would want it, I should say.
All right. So why don't we transition into the bathroom? So this bathroom was really small, and it was actually an addition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of work that John and the guys had to do originally was just reinforcing this room to make sure that structurally it was sound and safe for someone to have a bathroom in. So why don't we show you this?
So this bathroom started off a similar footprint, but we had to do a lot of work to get this where it is. The wall that was used to be so-called supporting this was a very minimal block wall that after we took the pressure off of it, we could push it over with one hand. So it was insane. All the plumbing was replaced. We had to reframe the whole wall, or the walls, the floor, everything. We switched the location of the window so that you could actually take advantage of the back view, which is what was really nice about this particular house. We installed the shower that we could barely found one to fit in that space because it's so tiny. But we put a pocket door in to maximize all of our spaces so that we could didn't have a door swinging around, which was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, we really had a lot of thought put into this property because it's such a tight space, and how can we maximize it based on that? So it was a challenge, but we did it.
So going into the kitchen, this was, again, one of the intentional pieces of the home. John and I really love open floor plans, and we're always intentionally thinking about, well, how can we make the kitchen great? We love entertaining in the kitchen. We know a lot of people do as well. And so this kitchen was completely renovated. We kind of stuck with the original floor plan on this within this hallway space. They did originally have the kitchen against the left wall. But what we did was obviously put all new cabinets in, stainless steel appliances. We ended up going with granite to make sure this was nicely upgraded. We went with the black knobs, looks really sharp with the white. And John did recessed ceiling lighting throughout the entire floor plan. Just felt like, again, with the smaller space, it really maximizes the brightness, captures the natural lighting really well. And ensures we don't have anything hanging down in our faces. So yeah. We really love this. We put a little nice area for stools, so you can probably fit 3 stools on the other side, and gives a nice space for entertaining.
Yeah.
John, you want to talk about the backsplash? This was a newer product for us.
Yeah, the backsplash is basically just a vinyl product that has a look of Carrara marble. It was a real simple, quick installation, and it really will do a great job. It'll perform very well. So I did make a video on how to install it, so it's something you can look us up on YouTube for, but it's a really slick product.
The one thing I liked about this product too is there's no grout lines. Often when you have grout lines, especially around the kitchen, it ends up getting grimy pretty quickly, so I was really happy to find a product where we didn't have that grout.
Yep, big deal. So there used to also be a thin wall. All the walls on the interior of this house were basically 3/4 inch tongue and groove boards. So they were minimal partitions that were throughout the room, which was nice because we put a big beam in here to support this and tie things together. But we were able to open this space up pretty easily, which was a pretty big deal. This area back here, there used to be a wall right in here. Over here used to be a small bedroom, or a bedroom right here, and then another bedroom in the back over here, but it was honestly about this big. It looked more like a closet. And then it had 2 little louvered windows right in here that looked over the back, and you couldn't even see anything. It was crazy. So we decided to put in a big sliding glass door and 2 windows out the back here. We have plans to put on a deck at some point to really capture the back area here. The property drops down here to a creek down in the back here. And the beautiful thing is, like, especially in the wintertime when there's no leaves on the trees, we would see bald eagles come straight through here at about eye level, which was really cool to see. So, but anyway, before we didn't have any of that. It was like a dungeon back here.
This is definitely a home for someone who really loves being outdoors.
Yeah.
What's unique about this home is the development has private access to putting kayaks down the street. And so we'll show you the exterior storage area. But although the home itself doesn't have a lot of storage, we're able to do kayaks in the basement. And it's really great. You can just take your car, put in your kayaks, a couple doors down. Pretty unique with the home.
Yeah.
We're going to take you into the last and final bedroom. And this bedroom actually has an ensuite bathroom, which is pretty cool. I did want to touch on the paint though. This is the first house that we had a different painting technique. We used Darren, who's John's cousin, who's just such an excellent painter. He had suggested this white paint, which is really user-friendly, especially in rental situations. It's very wipeable, washable, and really upholds well. Do you want to talk any more about this specific paint?
It's just Benjamin Moore's Scuff-X, I think it's called, which is just a very durable paint. Usually we put colors on the walls, or at least one color, but we decided to keep this place fully white to try to make it seem as open as possible, you know, considering the size.
Yeah.
So.
Especially years 2020 to 2022, we've been using agreeable gray in most of our homes. But to your point,
yep.
You know, with the home being smaller, I just thought the white really complements the LVP that we put in, and again, just keeps it really bright. All right, so we'll show you the last bedroom.
All right. So one thing is getting rid of that chimney on the other side. We had to put in another vent. So we hit a vent here in the corner that goes up through the roof now. So we've taken care of that, put the return in here. We added the electricity in here. We have a double closet in here, or a bigger closet.
This is really nice. Double closet, and then you've got the attic access up through the double closet.
Mm-hmm. That's the way we get up into the attic space. It used to be out in the middle of the kitchen. Door closes, and voila.
Nice pocket door. So the original floor plan had 3 very tiny rooms.
Yep.
And 1 bathroom. And the 1 bedroom was connected to the other bedroom. So it really was just 2 very tiny private bedrooms. And so we ended up deciding, ideally, we'd love to see 2 bathrooms in the house. Mm-hmm. And that was because if there were 2 adults rooming together, it would be nice for them to have their own bathrooms. And also for resale value, just having those 2 bathrooms would be helpful. So we ended up putting this bathroom as an ensuite to the bedroom. We wanted a tub in one of the bathrooms. We always do that in our rentals and our properties, especially for families with young kids. Having a bathtub is really critical for the young ones. Mm-hmm. And this bathroom turned out really nice. It's a great size.
Yeah.
Full bath, bigger vanity. Pocket
door in case you do need some privacy in there again. Janice always wants me to put pocket doors in, but
John never wants to put it
always do them for protest. So much time and cost. It's a great use of space though. I mean, it would, if you had a door here for privacy, it would be really complicated. You'd end up getting dings on the doors and it just wouldn't work well. So the pocket door, while you don't like them, they turn out really nice. Yeah, they do. The one thing that I'll just show you to kind of give you an idea about how close that we fit things, the door is just so that it opens because we wanted to maximize our space as much as possible. Most people that came to look at this house didn't realize it had a bathroom because when you open up the door and you walked in, they looked around, they're like, oh, okay, good. And they walked back out and they didn't realize that there was actually a full bath in there. So that turned out really nice, good use of space, and I love the bathroom. It's great. All right, so we're gonna take you through the outside of the house. This was also a labor of love. Looking at the yard right now, so the yard has been completely graded and reseeded. We've got a nice spot for bushes that we're gonna be planting, but
Originally, this entire front was a huge cement walkway that went up to a big overgrown bush. And so this ended up just being a parking lot for all our trucks over the last couple months, but now it's been, again, nicely seated and graded. We have space for 2 cars right up front. The sidewalk was really neat. John actually designed this, and we were trying to always think about utilization of materials we already have. This was just a cement slab, so the cement slab was jackhammered. John took some wood in, some slate that we had actually left over from John's parents' patio renovation, and use this to create a really nice entryway. So as we walk around the house, we redid all the siding. So we brand new siding and also a brand new roof. That was one of the first things we did with the house, especially purchasing the home in October. We were really worried about the winter. And so the roof was the very first thing that we did. This side was where we had the fireplace, the chimney that John had explained earlier was completely rotting from the inside. And so that fireplace was taken down. Looks really good. Siding will do well for us, being all brand new. We put more ground and again graded this yard. And you can see this is the really great part of this house is a backyard. We've got some construction at the house next to us, so excuse the noise, but really great view. Behind this fence is really just a drop off, so it's pretty much a cliff that goes all the way down to the river. So this is where you put your kayaks in. No, I'm just kidding. The kayak entrance is down the road, but this is a really unique place. Okay, wanted to show you the last part of the home, which is the basement. We were happy to get at least some storage down here, being that we had such a tight space. John spent quite a bit of time in the basement, making sure that things were structurally sound. We have the original heating unit, water heater, and then this is a really nice space where you can have bikes, kayaks. The basement is very dry here, and so for anyone renting, you know, we can also do some storage bins or whatever they like on the stone towards the left. You can see that our goal for this house, we keep saying it, is maximizing every space that we have. Originally, this basement was just mud, dirt. We think there might have been a gopher hole. When we first came down in the basement, we weren't sure what kind of animal might be jumping out at us. And so John and the guys did a really nice job, actually poured a cement slab here to make this a lot more functional than just a dirt floor. And over to the left of the cement slab, also brought in a ton of stone, covered up all the dirt. Again, just made this a usable space, insulated, made sure everything was watertight. We no longer have any gopher holes coming in or any other animals that might be jumping out at us. But it turned out really nice.